We are good to go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snodacast, episode 36. I am your host, Black Chef 56, and I am, of course, joined by Inara Sara,
Paul,
Gilos, aka Thomas,
Yo, what's up?
and we are also joined by the lovely yet oddly satisfying Hungry Hufflepuff.
I
aka
had
Allie.
something to say, but I'm now more concerned by your commentary there.
The always satisfying. Yeah, by that I mean, like, you're always interesting. I should have said interesting.
Okay, there we go. That's better.
Yep,
hey, I mean, never mind, I'm not going to go there.
We're not going to go there. Exactly. All right. So it can't be a normal episode of the podcast without asking the age-old question of weekly updates. So I got to ask, Inara, how was your week?
Good.
It was?
Yeah.
What all went down?
Work, football, more work. Got a reading from a psychic. That was kind of cool.
That does sound cool.
Anything you can share?
Basically,
that's all she can share.
Got it. Loud and clear. Got everything. I know all the details now.
basically, the reason I'm feeling so directionless is because I abandoned my original career plan. So I'm trying to get back on track with that now.
What was your original career plan?
Work at a psych hospital.
I mean, you still could, couldn't you?
Yeah, no, there's no reason I can't. Like that's literally I abandoned it because of the pandemic, because no one was hiring. And then when we realized that Avery was going to leave, he was making me sick. Oh my God.
Sorry, gals.
What's up?
You're repeating again.
Ah, damn it. Hold on. Wait a minute. We'll be right back, alright?
Alright. Once again, I will say it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Welcome to the Snodacast. Come for the topics, stay for the technical difficulties.
But yeah, so I abandoned it for that, and then realized that Avery and I are going to be moving soon, so there wasn't really a reason to change jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of didn't think about the fact that I can get an internship. I can get like a little baby nights, weekends sort of deal to get my psychology experience before I move on. So,
all right, we're gonna do a test with Gallows. All right, Gallows, are we good?
Yo, how's that? Is that better?
I'm not.
Sounds better, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
Good.
we should be good now.
And
So, yeah,
just make
that
sure
was
you
my
don't. Just make sure you don't burn yourself out with that.
Oh yeah, no, like, yeah, anything that would be burnout worthy would definitely be paying me. But I'm not looking for anything paying, so
There you go.
it'll be like shadowing opportunities and stuff. Nothing significant.
All right then. Well, Allie, how was your week?
Long.
Is that all you wish to say about it?
No, it was just a long week with work and whatnot. Training somebody who's going to be taking over one of the shifts that we've had open for freaking ever.
Fair enough.
And we lost Gallows again.
And we lost Gallows again.
Well,
I mean, is it really that much of a loss? No, I'm kidding.
Is Gallows the new Joe?
oh
For
no.
the time being, yes. No, I'm kidding. Oh, nope, you heard it. He's left now. He's gone. Sir, if you leave one more time, you're out for the rest of the night.
Yeah, there was no audio there, Gallows.
Yeah, there was absolutely no audio there.
My bad. It was just my internet connection kept dropping.
No, it's all good, man. We're just having some fun with you.
Screwing with you.
Yeah, just a smidge. But at least we're not screwing you.
I wouldn't want any of you to kind of touch me.
Rude.
Seriously.
It's nothing against you, Nard. I don't like to be really touched like that.
All right, so Gallows, I gotta ask, how was your week, buddy?
Hinting at the new Pierce the Veil shirt. I went to the concert for them this Wednesday. It was actually really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
That's good, man. I'm glad that you finally went out and did something other than work.
I know, right?
All right. Well, that's good. And to our viewers, we are deeply sorry that we had to skip out last week. That was due to personal inconvenience on behalf of everybody that was going to join in last time. And we just decided it was better to not just to skip out for a week instead of actually going on live.
I was
So
literally
we do
asleep
apologize.
all day.
Yeah, like I said, personal inconveniences. But if you must know, my week went okay. It's just been work. But if you haven't noticed yet, I am not blonde.
Well, I don't have to know, but I was going to have.
Blonde now, that's right.
Yeah, I am blonde now, for the most part. It's not everywhere, but it is majority of my things. But yeah, you know.
The question is, has the color started influencing your decisions?
Are you truly a blonde?
Just a smidge. I've always been truly a blonde. I was just a dirty blonde. There's a difference.
You just want full-blown blonde.
I was a dirty
Ew,
strawberry
gross.
blonde. I was a dirty strawberry blonde, actually. I had a little bit of it in my hair.
I mean, take away the blonde and nothing much changes.
Ha.
Ooh.
Ha. Anyway,
That's funny.
that being said, you guys ready to go into now showing?
Let's do
Yeah.
No.
All right. We have Avatar being re-released in theaters, and Don't Worry, Darling, the new Olivia Wilde film. So, your boy actually did get to go see Avatar re-released in theaters in IMAX and 3D last night, and they have changed two things in the actual movie for the theatrical release. They have changed it from 20th Century Fox to 20th Century Studios,
Oh, shit.
and there's
Oh,
one more thing that they
shocking.
did. I know, right? It's almost as if it's now called 20th Century Studios or something. Anyways, don't be surprised if they start doing that with all the other 20th Century Fox movies. But that being said, there was another thing that they did. They added a scene from the extended cut at the very end. It is a scene where Selfridge, while walking towards the shuttle, he ends up walking towards Jake, and he says, "You know this isn't over." And then as Jake just tells him to piss off, he walks off. So, but that is not the only surprise that we got whenever me and my buddy went to go see this. Would you like to know what else we saw?
Yeah. What else did you see?
We got to see about a 2 to 2.5 minute scene from Avatar: The Way of Water.
Ooh.
Shit.
Mostly dialogue free, which was great because when the dialogue did hit, I got nervous.
Why?
Because if
You're
there's
nervous.
anything you can fault Avatar for, it is the dialogue and the writing. Not the best in the world. Let's be perfectly honest.
Let's be honest. It's Space Pocahontas.
Pocahontas, Dances with Wolves, Fern Gully.
Basically, any
It's the-
movie.
it is this generation's "let's protect the environment" message.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad they stopped making those movies, man. But I hope The Way of Water is great. I am fairly nervous, but that does not mean you will not be seeing my ass in an IMAX 3D ticket seat. So,
Yeah.
most likely on opening night. I'm not gonna lie. But that being said, we'll see what happens. All right, now on to Don't Worry, Darling. We have talked about it a little bit on this show.
I'm excited.
I am too, but I'm cautiously excited because I have not heard anything about this movie just yet,
Yeah.
minus like the minus like the trailer reviews that they review. It's like dazzling, jaw-dropping experience. It's like, fuck off, bro. I don't give a shit about that. How do actual people feel? And so I am waiting for
Those
that
are also
response.
actual people.
I know
don't
they're
want to
actual
know what your
people.
computer said about this movie.
Exactly. I want to know what you said. So, that being said, I am still thoroughly excited for this movie because I do like a lot of Olivia Wilde's work. She also worked on Booksmart, which was one of my favorites from that year. And I don't think I saw her last film before this. I think, or is this her second film? I forget. I know that she's Gallows, air, a shitload of air.
All the audio problems.
Yes, and they're always Gallows. It's weird. Anyways, so
What did I do?
there was some
You know,
really loud air. There was some really loud air blowing in the background.
Oh, that's because my mother was calling me and I just didn't want to answer the phone, so that's my bad.
Oh, okay, got you. All right. Well, do you guys have any thoughts, comments, concerns on Avatar being re-released and the changes that I told you that happened, or anything about Don't Worry, Darling?
Don't worry, Darling seems it.
Whoa.
That they had
One person at a time.
Alright.
Gallows.
So for the Avatar thing, I didn't know they made any changes to the movie.
They're like
I don't know
very slight
what it kept
changes.
going.
They're very slight changes. They did keep the whole movie.
Well, the other one I don't know, honestly. I really don't know anything about that second movie.
Okay. Allie?
Yeah.
Don't Worry, Darling seems... It's got an interesting premise. I'm curious about it. I haven't been here for the other talks.
Yeah.
I don't see the need for a re-release. Of Avatar, in my opinion, it was just a cash grab.
I don't believe Avatar was a cash grab. I do believe it is a passive project of James Cameron, just because he worked so long on it. If it was a cash grab, it wouldn't have looked as good as it did.
Not on Cameron's part. I'm talking about the re-release.
The re-release. Well, here's the thing. That you also got to remember, it's been almost 15 years since the last Avatar movie came out. Of course they're going to re-release it to get hype going. On top of the fact that it's beneath a new studio. So, I completely understand it. And hell, they suckered my ass into it. Partly because when I was a kid, I did get to see Avatar in 3D. I didn't get to see it in IMAX in 3D. Hell, I got a poster out of it. I got a poster somewhere. It's very similar to the image that we used.
In my defense, and I'm going to get criticism over this, I wasn't interested in when it first came out.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I mean, this is the highest grossing film of all time. Avengers Endgame actually got beat because of a China re-release. No, seriously. There's a whole video about it. It's hilarious. But or there's not a whole video. There's a whole article. There's articles galore out there that Avatar got re-released in China during the pandemic and beat out Avengers Endgame, which was hilarious. Anyways, so the still highest grossing film of all time, and nobody talks about it anymore. Besides the fact, well, they talk about it now because of the re-release and the sequel coming out, but nobody really talked about it that much longer after it came out.
Black Shad?
Yes.
How much caffeine have you had today?
Not much.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Really. Why?
No.
Am I talking too much?
It's just wall of text.
Oh,
I assumed that you had a lot of caffeine.
Okay. We have a surprise guest, everybody.
For fuck's sake, Gallows.
Fucking hell.
What'd you do?
Every time
You're
someone
repeating
new
again.
joins.
You're echoing again. It's fine. I'll remove him real quick. You can go ahead and join back in. Give me just a second. Okay. Hello, Leon. How are we doing?
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going great. Are you just popping in to say hi?
Yeah, popping in to say hi. I'm kind of working right now. If you guys can hear the music playing.
Not really.
We got the track going.
Yeah.
Does that sound better?
Yeah, I'm having
Yes. No, Gallows,
it's
you're
not.
still repeating. Anyways, well, thank you, Leon, for popping in and saying hi.
All right. I hope you guys have a great stream. I gotta get back in there. Hopefully, I'm waiting for more people to show up, so
Hey,
it
Have
should
fun,
be a
man.
fun cast.
have fun.
Much
I'm
to
here till midnight tonight, so
Sounds good, man. Spread the
All
word
right,
about the
love you
podcast if you be so kind.
yeah.
Shameless
Later,
plug.
guys. Love you.
See ya. Alright, and we're about to be Gallows-less for a little bit because I think he's got to fix his problem. Anyways, so back onto the topic of hand.
Of ham?
What? Of hand.
Damn it,
So
I'm
you said
hungry
wall
enough.
of text?
You
What
were
do you mean by that?
Nothing. Anyway.
Was I glitching out? Is that what I was doing?
no.
No.
Oh,
You were talking very energetically at length.
Yes.
Oh, it's because I'm excited about it. That's why.
Precisely.
Yeah, it's
I know.
nothing to do with caffeine.
Inara was just making a commentary.
Yeah. Well,
I do those.
whatever. Anyways, guys, is back.
I kind of agree with you though, Allie. I do think that the reason they re-released it was more money.
Well, obviously.
And not in a good way.
No!
Like,
No.
I think it was entirely unnecessary. I don't think I get the whole increase the hype for the new one thing. But
Right.
honestly, I'd be more interested in seeing it if they weren't like, oh, but watch the first one again.
No. Like, the real reason why you do it is, yes, it is a shameless promotion of the sequel. And obviously that's why they added the one extra bit. And it's like 5 seconds. But obviously the reason why they added it is because, hey, the sequel's coming out. You gotta know. So I was like, oh, wait, this is new. But everything else is the same. So they added small detail. And that's fine.
Here's my
I just think it's wholly unnecessary.
Oh, god damn it.
Whoa.
Yo, what was that?
That was Inara's
That was
mic glitching
Inara's
out.
audio.
Yeah, your mic is completely distorted.
You're all kinds of static right now.
Yeah. Now she sounds like she's going through a dimensional rift.
Okay. Inara, I need you to say something for me. I need you to say all your base are belong to us. It's a very dated reference, but goddamn it will make my inner child happy.
All your bases are belong to us?
Close enough.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
But-
Anyways.
So here's my thing. When something I'm interested in has a new installment coming up, I go back to the stuff I've seen before, yes, but I don't wait for a re-release. I go to places where I can access it immediately.
This
From
is
the
just
comfort
for
of my
people
own
that
home.
wanted to... here's the thing. The way I saw it, because this is exactly what happened in my theater. The way I saw it is this is a way for people that grew up with the movie to show their kids, or maybe their nieces and nephews, to go see this movie. There was a kid that was my age when I saw it the first time that was there with his dad and his mom and his siblings.
How old were you? When did this come out?
This came out in 2009. I was 10 years old. You
Oh,
forget
shit.
I was a freshman.
Yeah. So I was 10 years old when this movie came out. So it's...
11?
What?
12?
How old was the
Make me
kid?
feel so freaking old.
No.
You're
How?
welcome, Allie.
I'm trying to figure out how old I was when the Empire movie came out. I think I was 11, 12 years old when it did.
How old are you right now?
I'm 20, almost about to be 24 in the next 2 days.
Okay. So you were born in October. It came out in the summer. So you would
No, I was
have
born in
been...
October.
How old are you? That's what I was saying. October. No, you were born in September. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's do the mental math here. You would have been about 10, maybe. Because
10,
what year were you
11?
born? You were born in 98, right?
Yeah, 98.
You were born in 98,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
you're older than me. Your birthday was late, so you would have been... See, if I was 9, or if I was about 10, 9 or 10 years old, you would have been about 10 or 11.
I can tell you exactly why I wasn't that interested in it.
Why?
Because I had missed the original premiere because I was too busy being a Mormon missionary.
Allie was a Mormon. Hold on. Allie was a Mormon missionary.
We're not going
We're not
into
that.
We're not going into that right now. That's going to be another podcast.
But no,
Wow.
I had just graduated the year before. I was in Arizona doing the suit and tie thing.
Wow.
Okay.
I wouldn't get to where I could actually see it by 2011. By then, all the hype had died.
Hey,
Fair.
so Inara, is your mic detachable from your headset?
Let's find out.
Yes. Plug it back in.
Little do we know, Inara just broke it.
Well,
No, your mic's just dead. It's dying. Your mic's on its last limb.
how? I just bought this thing.
You might
what
want
brand is it?
real quick, check the connection to the laptop
That might be
Not a
it too,
laptop.
or the computer.
Yeah.
Say something.
Hello?
Nara. Hello. Okay, now we can't hear anything.
Completely gone.
We can't do shit.
Welcome to Snodacast. It's all reminiscing and figuring out what the fuck is wrong with our audio.
Absolutely, it is.
Pretty much.
100%. Yeah.
Pretty
We've
much.
been here for 20
Wholeheartedly.
minutes and we're still on the now showing.
Yeah, but you know what? That's about the right amount of time for two movies like that. But anyways, to wrap up my final thoughts, I do believe that it is a cash grab. I'm not denying that. I definitely, wholeheartedly, 100% believe it is a cash grab. But that being said, yeah, the re-release is definitely a cash grab. But that being said, like, if I had a kid, I would have totally taken him to see this and be like, "Hey, your dad was about 9 or so years old when I went and saw it." And perfect example. When my buddy and I were out of the theater, we heard this kid go, "I loved that movie, but I also hated that movie." And I'm like, that sums up the movie right there. I love it, but I hate it. It's like, that's not me. Like, I love it from a visual standpoint. I hate it from a storytelling standpoint. From a storytelling standpoint, it is terrible. But from an action standpoint, it's pretty entertaining when the action finally does show up.
I love the effects.
Oh yeah, the effects still hold up tremendously well for a 2009 movie. And honestly, the 2 to 2.5 minute scene that we saw of the new one, they didn't shoot. I mean, they shot this in a pool, but like they obviously had to add everything else in post. It looks like it's 100% underwater. And I love that because that's essentially what they are showing off. They're showing off the underwater effects, and I wholeheartedly like that. I also like the fact that we do finally get a look of this water tribe. They have a broader, flatter arm, like their forearms are flatter for swimming.
Oh, they made the Zora.
Kinda. Yeah, kinda. And also their tails are flat and are actually thicker. So usually the Avatar tails are about that thick. In this, they're like that thick, and they're flat. And they swim like this.
So they basically made them seaworthy and shit, basically.
Well, yeah, they're a water tribe, so that's essentially what they're doing.
Evolutionary standpoint.
Yeah, it does. It would make sense that they would stay there so long that they would eventually just gain those kind of features. And they're really good divers, so that's kind of cool. I like that. Like I said, I loved it from a visual standpoint. Yeah, so like. I'm thoroughly invested in this movie just because I want to see where they go with this. I want to see what the story is moving forward. But and I already have my theories on it. But we've been on this way too long. Let's go ahead and get into our first topic for the night. So James Earl Jones has apparently sold the rights for a AI technology to use his voice as Darth Vader to Disney. He has gone ahead and given the rights away to Disney to use it for whatever they would like, to just basically have an AI thing use his voice for whatever they need it for. So I brought this up because it is kind of a big deal for movies going forward. I mean, this is going to the point where, I mean, granted, I'll be dead and gone, hopefully, by the time that they get this way. But, like, we may end up having movies where there was no actors involved. It was all CGI and AI.
Probably.
Goddamn, that sounds terrifying, bro.
It does sound
Cool.
terrifying,
Really
but
cool.
here's the other thing. The entirety of Obi-Wan Kenobi, they did not bring in James Earl Jones. It was all an AI bot. Yeah, he gave him the go-ahead, and he said, yeah, no, majority of that was not me.
Well, I'm going to point out.
Yeah.
There will come a point where the singularity happens, AI gains sentience, and give them credit, goddammit.
Yeah, no.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, all hail the overlords, man. I'm more than happy to. Hey, my thing is I'm more than happy to have AI overlords as long as they keep my happy ass alive. I'll be fine. Just let me talk about the movies, man. That's all I want to do. Let me talk about the movies and have some sex. We'll go from there. That's all I want to do. Keep me entertained. Keep me as a pet for all I care. I don't care. Just keep me alive.
And I'm inputting that into the logs.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. Right.
I am more. I mean, Grand Moff Tarkin, the guy who played Grand Moff Tarkin, he already did that.
Peter Cushing.
Their family sold his entire likeness.
His estate basically sold his likeness. They allowed him to use it. But Grand Moff Tarkin is, while he is a semi-iconic character, I guarantee you go up to any random person on the street, I guarantee you 9 out of 10 of them will not know who the fuck Grand Moff Tarkin is. Until you show them a picture. They will not know him by name.
Probably.
You're right.
Yeah.
But no, like I think it's more interesting that someone selling their likeness for that reason than it is someone who has an iconic voice selling their voice.
Well, and here's the thing: is someone brought up an interesting idea. It's like, well, where would we go forward from this? Who else would do it? It's like I would love Nicolas Cage to do that because I think he's a great voice actor. Another one would be Tim Curry. Tim Curry for sure. Would love Tim Curry to Mark Hamill, Morgan Freeman, Brad Dourif. Jeremy
Irons.
Brad Dourif for Chucky.
Like,
think about
it. We are at the point where technology is getting, where we can do these things and do them well.
Yeah, I mean, shit. There was a lot of deep fakes and AI voice things where they were getting, like, it seemed like every celebrity was signing on for Morbius 2. It's Morbid time, which I still want that movie. Damn it! Give me Morbid time. I swear to God. But yeah, someone did bring up an interesting idea that because a lot of people are saying, well, Brad Dourif will always be Chucky, and I'm like, yeah, he will. But in this situation, it's kind of like nobody can replace Darth Vader. That is James Earl Jones wholeheartedly.
Here's my question: by selling the rights to his voice and being used in this, does he get royalties from this?
Yes, he does. His estate and him get royalties from it. He's getting paid.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like Peter Cushing's estate got paid. They got royalties for them using his likeness and having a mimicker. And honestly, Disney's getting the fact that it's Disney though is the only thing where I'm like, that's my only hesitation because Disney already has too much power. The fact that you're giving them James Earl Jones's voice.
Them and their copyright witchcraft.
Because
and also they are working on a Mufasa prequel.
Really? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's like, bro, we don't need to see this because we know what fucking happens.
We know everything we need to know about Mufasa.
Exactly. It's like, and it's going to be a continuation of the quote-unquote live-action Lion King.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be the CG animated stuff. Let's be honest. Great-looking movie. Looks absolutely real. To some degree. And then everything else is ass. Was not needed. Well, you could say that about any live-action remake of Disney.
I have.
I also have. The only one that was halfway decent was Pete's Dragon. The only one that was halfway decent was Pete's Dragon. Pete's Dragon got a live-action remake.
I've never saw that one. I've never seen that one.
In fairness to Pete's Dragon, they changed the story too.
That is also true. And I liked that. So,
in the midst of remaking it, they did
a proper remake. They retold the story. They kept most of the beats, yes, but they retold the story. They didn't just retell the whole fucking thing and add one or two extra things to maybe get like a best original song Oscar.
And take out all the really, really catchy music numbers.
Yeah, or I'll do you one better. Shorten one of the most iconic villain songs of all fucking time to basically a giant speech. Fuckers. That still pisses me off.
See this.
This is Lion King. Yeah, they literally cut "Be Prepared" down to a speech.
That is
even
annoying.
Though Chiwetel Ejiofor can actually fucking sing.
I didn't know you could actually sing.
Chiwetel Ejiofor? Oh my god, yeah. Like, he can sing. He can fucking sing.
Bringing it all back home.
Right. With James Earl Jones, I think it's a good idea because I know he's not getting any older. And honestly, even in Rogue One, you could tell. He's not getting any younger. You know what I fucking meant. Anyway. Fucking submit.
He's immortal!
He is immortal. That is true. Keanu and James Earl Jones will live on forever. But no,
Freeman, who was immortal.
Oh no, Morgan Freeman. It's anytime his voice is used to give an expositional speech, he gets a new freckle.
It's just gonna be one giant freckle. But no,
I think that was a quote from his character in Stick of Truth.
Oh, that's awesome! I love that. You know what? Every time I give a promotional speech, I gain a freckle.
But this is actually a really good idea for these people who have these iconic characters.
Or these iconic voices, like voice actors, if they are getting to the point where they don't want to voice act anymore, but they still want to make some royalties off their stuff, or they're strapped for cash. Honestly, this is not a bad thing.
Because
really
trying to find somebody who can do the Darth Vader voice justice,
exactly,
it's going to be.
It's hard to do.
Damn near impossible.
It is.
Mean, shit, yeah, it is. It is going to be. I would say, yeah, it is probably most likely impossible. I wouldn't say it's damn near. There's a bigger possibility than damn near, but it's very. I would say slim to none chance. Let me put it that way.
See,
don't.
you and I are using two different terms for the same chance of possibility.
Slim chance. Let me put it that way. There, I cut out 2 words, and therefore it's better.
Shorter is better.
Inara.
I don't think that.
You don't think? Oh, thank God! I was getting nervous.
Oh God.
I don't think it's a good idea for a voice actor in general to have this done.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Because then they're gonna have less of a say in what their voice is used for.
That's very true.
This is a concern, yes.
So I wouldn't be surprised if James Earl Jones did this with the caveat that he's like, you can only use it for characters I've already done.
Yeah, I
You
wouldn't be
can't use me
surprised
for
if he's
anything
done that.
new.
Yeah.
Because that's just. I mean, I know it. As an acting person, I wouldn't.
Wait,
I
you're
would
acting
definitely
as
not
a
trust
person?
anybody. No, I
You
have
too?
acted before.
I thought I swear to God she was 2 cats in a skin suit. I swear to God she was. She has the mental capacity of them.
Sometimes
and the energy of them too. Yes.
Chad, what does that say about you?
I am 2 ferrets in a skin suit. There is a difference.
That is, I couldn't believe that.
In fairness,
I really would.
In fairness, I'm just a bunch of octopi trying to make things work.
Yeah. I think Gallows is a bunch of sentient tacos.
Pretty much, yeah. A bunch of tacos just trying to live his fucking life and shit.
Tacos.
That's good. That's good.
Honestly, I don't really have an opinion on this situation with James Earl Jones selling his voice. Reason being is I do that is not my voice being sold. So honestly, he can do whatever he really feels like doing with his own stuff and stuff, with his own voice and stuff.
I'm just saying.
I noticed Disney is moving away from the Skywalker stuff. So I think that this is just a way for them to like, hey, if we ever want to do a project and we want to get Darth Vader in on it, then yeah, we can go ahead. Assuming that he doesn't live by the time that they do that, then yeah, they can go ahead.
A couple of lines together, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Darth Vader is entwined in the very fabric of the Star Wars mythology.
Right, but they have had a few projects where they don't bring in Darth Vader. Like, well, granted, he's dead in The Mandalorian, but still, it's like one of those. I would argue they don't really use him much after the second season of Rebels, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah,
I think it's like the second or
die?
third.
But-
No. He didn't die in Rebels. But Mandalorian takes place after Return of the Jedi.
But I can almost guarantee anything taking place during Darth Vader's reign, anywhere in the galaxy, you would have some way or form of having Darth Vader giving input.
Oh, yeah, 100%, even if it's for a few seconds.
And this is a good way to make sure that continues no matter what they do with the Star Wars saga.
Oh, I wholeheartedly believe. All right, we're going to go ahead and go into our next topic because I do want to talk about this. This is actually a very funny story. All right, so Final Destination is getting a reboot, and they have actually landed the directing duo behind Freaks. And if you guys would like to know, we now actually have a story of how they got the job. So, this movie is being produced by John Watts of Spider-Man Home Trilogy fame. So, he is producing this, and while him and I believe one other producer were looking for directors, they were doing video calls. And so what ended up happening is these two got on, and a fire went on behind in the background. So as they get up to put it out, then they come back in and they start doing their whole thing and everything else like that. And then a fan drops and cuts one of their heads off. So lo and behold, this was obviously a pre-recorded thing. And so what they did is they essentially did all that, right? And when the producers found out about it, they thought it was hilarious, and they immediately gave them the job. They all had a laugh about it, and that proves that these guys actually do have not only do they have a good sense of humor, because you gotta have a sense of humor for Final Destination. Come on.
Oh yeah.
But it also shows that they are huge mega fans of this, and we do know one thing about this. We don't know an entire plot just yet, but we do know that
Final Destination has a plot.
Yeah, Final Destination. It has a very loose plot, but it does have a plot. It is now. I know that we are getting a switch up on the loose plot, which is someone gets a premonition before a terrible tragedy, and everybody that survives it wasn't supposed to survive. So what they end up doing is, yada yada. You guys know the formula of Final Destination. If
Death
you don't, go watch Final Destination.
Death comes in and collects back taxes.
Yeah, exactly. So, they did. We don't know exactly how they're going to be twisting it, but we do know that they are going to be twisting it a little bit. So, I think, honestly, it could just be, and this is the easiest twist that I could do on it, is don't give somebody a premonition, just make them have this kind of unsettling feeling, or make the tragedy happen, and by some fucking miracle, they survive. I think that's an interesting
still have to die throughout the whole movie. That would be the whole.
Yes, you would still have people dying, and I would think what it could be is, now granted, it could be comedic. I think if you're going for a comedic tone, you could do a comedic tone and still make it horrifying. Like, almost, honestly, half the deaths in Final Destination are comedic, but they are still kind of horrifying as well.
They're fucking terrible.
Semi-realistic. Yeah, they're semi-realistic, right? Like the one guy that kept lifting the weights and then got his head crushed by the said weights after a sword fell off. That's an actual accident that could happen. Like, a lot of the quote-unquote deaths that happened in the first couple were based off of real accidents that did happen.
So basically, the new generation being traumatized by the last generation's decisions to make movies about accidents. Basically.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring in abstinence. Honestly, nothing involves sex in Final Destination. Accidents. Oh, I thought he said abstinence. I was like, that's the wrong franchise, buddy. That's Friday the 13th. But no, accidents. Yes, yeah. No, Friday the 13th is basically an entire message on abstinence, but we're not getting onto that. But yeah, so I just wanted to get on here and say that they do have the directing duo of Freaks, and I did want to explain how these guys got their job, because I think it is genuinely one of the most entertaining ways that anybody could get a job.
Oh, very much so. And
yeah, it's something I would do.
It is definitely possible to do a horror comedy. Look at Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Exactly. I love that movie. Another one, anything from Tales from the Crypt. Except Tales from the Crypt is just, it's purposely trashy. I will give
it Bill Murray and what's his name?
Tales from the Crypt?
No. Bill Murray. Are you talking?
No. That's Alan Tudyk and what's his name?
No, that's Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about Bill Murray and Sad Face Sith Lord.
Sad Face Sith Lord.
What's his name? Ben Solo.
Oh, you're talking about the Dead Don't, not Dead Don't, is it not Dead? It's not Dead Don't Die. It's
something like that.
That is a terrible movie. That is a terrible movie. But I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Adam Driver.
Yeah, him, that guy.
Yes. Now, I would
I heard
also
it had
argue.
some good one-liners.
Yeah, it had some decent one-liners, but that's just because of the writing. That's all it really was. The writing was halfway
Oh
decent. when it
wow,
came to the one-liners.
shocking!
The writer,
The lines
I believe,
were good because the writing was good. Wow.
Okay, all right,
Oh,
asshole. Anyways, so any more thoughts, comments, concerns on them making another Final Destination movie? And go ahead.
honestly was hoping this franchise would die. I had to stop the last movie they fucking made was gonna be the last one because like everybody knows this movie has scarred so many different people for so many different reasons that it should have died at the last movie they had made for this whole thing. But now,
I will say
children can now be damaged too, just like us.
Well, okay,
Hold on.
look at it this way. You've also had Scream make a comeback. You've had Halloween make a comeback. You tried to have Texas Chainsaw Massacre make a comeback, and that didn't work. I'm waiting
They
for my
tried with
Friday
that movie
13th.
like so many different times. It's not even funny.
Now, hold on. It sounds like these guys are trying to breathe new life while taking it in a different direction. If they can pull that off, more power to them.
Yeah, this is a franchise that has so much potential. It's just they kept getting bogged down. It's like, oh, this is about the deaths now. And it's like, yeah, but there were still really good characters in the first movie. Hell, I'd even argue, well, not the second movie, but definitely the first movie. There was still good characters. And honestly, the twist of the last movie that they did was fucking great. Because if you're not paying attention to it, like most people weren't, it shocks the hell out of you. There's only like minor hints here and there of what time it takes place in the last movie. Until that jaw-dropping fun. So it actually ends right before the first Final Destination begins.
The whole movie series is an Ouroboros.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
For those
That
of you
last one that came out. Ouroboros
those of
is
you
a
who have
snake
no
eating its
idea-
tail.
Thank you. Taking my thunder, damn it.
Hey, that's my job as the podcast host, so bite me.
Ew,
Don't make me come
gross.
up there.
Well, you can come up here. I don't fucking care.
Pulling some pretty much shit now.
Yeah. It's like, and you little bitch. You. And you down there. Go eat a taco. I don't know. Anyways.
Who's a taco? No cannibalism.
Go eat a
Yeah,
burrito then. I don't know.
And thus the war continues. Anyway.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get into our next topic. So we have our that's not it. We have our first official idea of when the trailer for the new Illumination Super Mario Brothers movie trailer will be dropped, and that is going to be at New York Comic Con, and I do believe it is going to be released to the public. So I don't think it's going to be you have to be at New York Comic Con in order to see it. I think that's genuinely what they're going to be doing. I think they're going to finally release this trailer. And we are getting it, I believe, in April of next year. So it's about time that they have a trailer. I mean, shit, I'm still waiting for my second official trailer of Halloween Ends. And yet we're just getting these random-ass TV spots, so I'm nervous about that. That's a different topic for a different time. But, still. So, how do you guys feel about we're finally going to be able to hear Chris Pratt's voice of Mario?
If you go on Twitter,
I'm interested.
if you go on Twitter, supposedly there is the voice clip of Chris Pratt playing, doing the voice of Mario. I think somebody posted it.
That is fair, and I heard that they're not going to be Italian, like they're not going to be from Italy. They're actually going to be from New York, so they're going to be doing.
God damn it! They're doing it again.
It's not live action. It's not live action. It's not live action. I swear to Christ, it is not live action. They're trying to make it more socially acceptable than "It's me, a Mario." Because to be fair, that is kind of a stereotype. It is a stereotype. You cannot deny it.
They could make it a legit New York Italian family,
I mean,
though.
let's be
That's
honest.
exactly my point. You can still have the Italian roots. You can still have
And
the
then you're
Italian
gonna have
roots.
Chris Pratt?
Italian.
Like, what the fuck?
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Super Mario is about a Mexican Italian going around committing war crimes in a, in a foreign kingdom, all because the princess got kidnapped by a dragon.
Sounds about right.
I honestly do not think.
Hey! Don't be racist. Be like Mario. He's voiced by a white guy, created by a Japanese company, jumps like a black man, runs like a Mexican, and sounds Italian.
Fuck, that sounds horrible. I thought they made the whole thing worse now.
Exactly. It's
That's
like,
the
don't be
point.
racist. Be like Mario. He's all the races.
I am a bit concerned because
What?
this is one of the oldest video game series we have today.
True. That is true. It is
And
also one
most
of the longest
popular.
running and most popular.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's be perfectly honest, folks. As much as we hate to admit it, Galaga died when the Atari died.
That is true. That's very true.
Yep.
Even though I still want a Galaga movie, damn it. You could literally rip off Star Wars and it'd be perfect. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
See why it doesn't exist.
But
Yeah.
we have seen an influx of, if not good, then decent video game movies.
Yes. I would say arguably
Are we counting that one Adam Sandler movie?
no.
No.
No, fuck no. That one.
An Adam Sandler movie.
It was just funny.
Why would we
And
count
hold
an
on.
Adam Sandler movie just because it has video games in it?
I mean, because it's got Josh Gad in it.
God damn it.
And Josh Gad isn't that funny in it. He's funnier in other shit. Shit, Peter Dinklage is more funny than him in that. And that's because it's Peter
Oh,
fucking
that's
Dinklage.
true. I
Yeah.
forgot he was in that movie.
No, I will
yeah.
tell you what I want.
I'll tell you
want
what.
a Metroid movie.
So
I
tell me
want
what
a
you want.
fucking Metroid movie.
Ooh,
Yes. You know who I would want to play Samus?
ooh.
Gwendolyn Christie. Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones.
But
Of
Or
course.
most recently, Lucifer from the Sandman show on Netflix.
But there's plenty of lore that the average fan isn't going to know for a Metroid movie.
Precisely. And it actually does it does have fantastic lore.
It really
I've
does.
barely played the Metroid games, but I've seen a lot of lore videos. I mean, shit, I want a Kirby movie.
Mhm.
There's a shit load of lore in Kirby.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a fucking Pokemon here. That's
I
Sucks
will
something.
say that
Every word of his that I just heard was inappropriate.
Yeah. Basically, hey, who can't relate to a pink ball that sucks up everything?
based. I mean, everybody.
Exactly my point.
Not it.
Kirby's my spirit animal.
No.
No, Snorlax is your spirit animal. There's a difference.
No, Snorlax is my Pokemon animal.
Oh,
Spirit Pokemon.
spirit Pokemon, yeah.
But-
Very different things.
The
I will-
Goomba is my spirit animal.
I will say, if they can pull this off, in a way that doesn't piss off the fans,
Those are the keywords.
yeah, sure.
I still think there are going to be people that hate this because there are people that hate the Sonic movie, and I think the Sonic movies are perfectly fine. I actually like
they
the
really-
Sonic movies. Yeah,
say,
yeah. I like the second one better than I like the first one.
well, and
That's just because they actually have Tails and fucking Knuckles in it. And also we got a bald Eggman. I just still want that suit Jim Carrey. They hinted at it in the fucking movie.
to be fair, first one was setting up for the second.
Yeah, true. And I actually had a perfect excuse why he would have like the freaking the wild mustache and the pink nose and the fat body. He had an allergic reaction to mushrooms that caused him to gain weight. He had a sunburn on his nose, and there you go. He already shaved his head. Like shit, you have a perfect origin for fat suit fucking Robotnik right there. And they didn't do it.
Going back to Mario.
Going back to Mario.
Oh, right. That is what we were talking
Yeah. I'm excited to see this trailer. I do want to hear Jack Black voice Bowser.
Haha!
Wait! I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Jack Black
That's
is voicing
cool.
Bowser. You want to know? Hey,
Good
you guys
choice.
want to know who's voicing Donkey Kong?
Good. Wait, Donkey
Seth
Kong
Rogen.
part of
Eh,
Donkey Kong part of this movie?
Yeah, Donkey Kong is in this movie. Also, if you don't know who's voicing Luigi, Charlie Day. If there's
Who?
anybody I could feel that would... what's his name from It's Always Sunny? You know, the one with the meme where he's like... doing
Oh,
the
that
conspiracy
guy.
theory?
Conspiracy
that guy.
room.
Yeah. Conspiracy room.
No, bringing Donkey Kong into it is actually getting pretty deep into the old game. Old Mario
Anya
game.
Taylor-Joy is voicing Peach.
So, if they can fit all of it in without making it seem rushed, good on them.
I think Donkey Kong is just going to be a cameo, though. I really do.
There's got to be something about the Family Feud in there.
Oh, has to be. But I will say this: you want to know who's voicing Toad?
Who?
Keegan Michael Key.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That I'm excited
Perfect.
for.
Yeah.
Aaron Eagerwraptor will always be my go-to voice for Toad.
I forget who's voicing Yoshi. Actually, that's the one I did forget.
Wait, you're able to voice Yoshi? Isn't Yoshi just a dinosaur altogether?
Yeah, but I think they're going to make Yoshi talk. Yahoo! Yoshi!
I'm
Yum, 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 yum.
This is the content you came here for.
Exactly, yes. We're going to be doing random Yoshi voices.
well. If it's all those noises, it's probably Alan Tudyk. Let's be honest.
Actually, I think it is Alan Tudyk.
Oh God, let me look it up. I need to know now.
That's perfect if it is. That is perfect if it is. But anyways, I'm excited to see this trailer. I want to see the... apparently they are keeping very true to like Mario Galaxy, that kind of art style, that like 3D kind
Frank
of
Welker.
thing. Frank Welker is voicing Yoshi.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
I still
cool.
feel it's weird to voice a dinosaur that doesn't really talk much. Like, it only says his name.
It depends on the iteration.
Hold on.
It does depend on the iteration.
Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island,
Yes.
all of them talked.
I never played that one. I've never played that one, honestly.
With that being said, are you guys excited to see this trailer?
No.
I am. Actually, I need to see this trailer. I think it's gonna be funny and
Especially because
shit.
I want to see how the action looks in the animation.
Definitely.
Because it is Illumination, and they've been doing really, really good lately
Oh,
with their animation.
so I know this is off topic, but what kind of? It has to do with the company doing the animation for Mario.
Illumination are the same guys who did Despicable Me, that stuff.
Yeah, they are now.
Gallows, before
They're
you
not
go
doing-
off topic, I'm having a hard enough time keeping us on track.
All right, never mind.
All right, so on to our next one that you kind of got a sneak peek on, thanks to technical difficulties of hand motion. Anyways, so we also have the first official trailer for Knock at the Cabin, the new M. Night Shyamalan movie, where we have a gay couple and their daughter hitting up this cabin, and then Dave Bautista and his crazy cronies basically knock on their door and tell them, you have to commit this horrible act, or else the end of the world will start.
I'm just going to say this. That poster looks like it's for a live action My Neighbor Totoro.
Yes,
It does.
I also agree. It does. I do agree with that wholeheartedly.
Totoro.
Is it sad that I've actually never fully sat down and watched any Miyazaki film?
Yes.
Don't worry, I will slit my throat later. Don't worry about it.
For as much as for every time you have said that you are the movie buff in this group.
That does not fucking count. Animation is a whole different ball guard.
Bull fucking
Ball
shit.
card?
When it comes to Miyazaki and Studio
Don't
Ghibli,
worry about it.
when it
Yes.
comes to Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli, it totally fucking counts.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
it really
here's the thing.
it does.
To be fair,
no,
To be
no,
fair,
no,
no. Let me fucking defend myself, damn it. Let me defend myself. To be fair, it is not by choice. I have just not had any fucking time to sit down and watch these, and they're also stupid fucking hard to find.
No, they're not.
They are.
I mean, on
They
streaming.
really Oh,
I mean, on
streaming,
streaming.
yeah.
Yeah, on
Actually,
streaming. They might all be on Disney. I have no idea, but
You know, because they're all on. They're all on.
don't hold. Go ahead. I know
I
I've
know
seen
that
them on
I
one
know
of
the
those.
dubbing. I know the dubbed versions were released by Disney. Because Studio Ghibli is technically under Disney.
Ghibli.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ghibli. I've heard both ways. I've heard Ghibli, I've heard Ghibli.
Shoot, one of them's wrong.
Hey, Anara, I want to
HBO
tell you a
Max.
very shocking. I want to tell you a very shocking fact.
Mm.
Everybody pronounces shit differently.
That was completely
I didn't-
unintentional because there's some humming going somewhere.
It is gallows. Don't worry about it. Hey, Anara, you want to know something interesting?
No.
Everybody says shit differently.
What shocking. Can't
It
believe
is
it.
For all the times you've gotten on to me about not watching stuff because it's on HBO Max, I got you
Okay,
this time.
it's on my list. Damn it! I have had shitloads of stuff I've had to watch before that, though.
Uh-huh.
I got you this time, motherfucker.
Hey, to be fair, some of those are like 2 hours plus.
And
Yeah, the movies.
That is
that's yeah.
Okay, hold on, wait. I lied. I have seen like all but 2 minutes of Ponyo.
I wasn't really into Ponyo, so I
It
never
was like
finished
the
it.
last 2 minutes. Ponyo is
Ponyo's
just
the
a
fish
cute
one, right?
movie. Yeah, Ponyo's just a cute movie is all it is. It's a weird movie, but it is cute.
Nostalgia Critics review of Ponyo.
It's like
Everybody coming to his room and just beating the crap out of him for reviewing the movie.
yeah, it's like ham. Fucking Ponyo's obsession with him is like, oh dear God, she's tasted blood. She's tasted human
Anyway.
flesh.
What were
Anyway,
we talking about?
bringing it back to Knock at the Cabin.
Yes.
Right.
I am interested to see whether or not there is going to be a twist, because honestly, I wouldn't mind M. Night Shyamalan just giving us a fucking movie without a twist.
He can't
I
do it.
get it's his trademark, but he could go out of left
He's-
field for us.
He's not physically capable of not
No, he
putting
can't
his
control himself. He's like Joe in a room full of horny other nerds. He can't control himself.
God, that is an image I did not need to see.
It's
That-
okay. I have plenty of images in there. Don't worry about it.
That image is not
Where's-
in my
where's
head.
my
Like,
liquor?
like,
Where
I'll
the
tell you
fuck
that.
is my liquor?
Unnecessary.
Where the fuck is your liquor?
You're gonna
Wow.
make me drink, and I'll die if I drink.
So, you want to know what else is a disturbing image?
No.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Toes.
Anyway,
I didn't
what?
hear any of that, and I'm happy about it.
Toes. That's it.
going back
Only
to our,
had toes.
our original subject, please, for the love of God.
Hey, we're almost
Yeah.
done with our topics, by the way. I hope you realize that.
The Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
What was
So-
the what was
I think-
the movie he put out? Not counting the one we don't talk about.
Old. And
I
what's the
think
one we
it's-
don't talk about? Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, don't even with that shit.
That absolute travesty to
Hey.
a certain
To be
TV
fair,
series.
that movie looked pretty. It at least looked pretty. To
Did
be
it go-
fair, there was a few pretty shots in there. I will give him that. Also, the design of Momo was not that bad.
We're talking about Lobo?
I
We
said
said we weren't
Momo.
gonna talk about it.
Well, we're technically are talking about it, but we're not mentioning it by name.
I'm gonna puke on.
I'm so lost in that.
You know, I know
Anyways.
plenty of people that would love that.
So,
We're
is
gonna
this
not go
movie...
How many people do you know?
I know Joe. That is plenty.
God damn it.
Another
Is
one we didn't need.
this
We're just
supposed to be-
bashing Joe. He's not even here. Also, Lewis was in the comments.
But
Ooh.
going back
I'm
to
gonna kill
Knock at the
Lewis because this is what he posted.
Yeah, I
in my
saw
fucking
that.
comment section.
No?
But going back to Knock at the Cabin.
This looks like a really intense movie.
He does have the capability of doing good movies outside of the one that everybody thinks of. Signs.
Unbreakable, Split.
Yeah.
I would say most of Glass minus the third act. The third act is where it shits the bed.
Like
Other than that, I enjoy Glass.
he has the capability.
Oh, I agree.
Let's just see if he can pull it off with this one.
I think...
Honestly, I
think
still think his best movie is Unbreakable.
You're not wrong.
You know what? I would argue Split's pretty good too.
Oh, he's
I have
the
issues.
the Split series.
He did
Oh,
Unbreakable,
that dude.
Split, and it's actually, you know what the trilogy is called, right? Israel 177.
Oh,
I have
Shit.
issues with the portrayal of.
Oh, DID?
Yeah.
Yes. That was an issue for a while, I will agree.
For a
But
while.
beyond that,
Still is.
no, I mean, it still is an issue, but nobody talks about Split anymore,
True.
Yeah,
to
that's
be
fair.
fair. So, when it's brought up, yes, it is an issue. But I remember it was an issue for a while. But it's still a good movie. It's in its own universe. I mean, this is a universe where superheroes exist. Obviously, they're going to play up a little bit. Now, do I think that they should have made him an outright villain? Well, not all the personalities are villains. There's only really two.
I
that are
do like
villains.
the angle.
To be fair, there are only two that are villains.
How many times can you say one sentence in a row?
15.
Really? That's your record?
I said 50.
Really? That's your record?
I said 50.
Really? That's your record?
I said 50,
So
damn it!
I win!
Damn it!
So my knock at the cabin. Is it supposed to be like in the same universe as Cabin in the Woods?
No. We were
No.
just bringing up Unbreakable
Cabin in the
and
Woods
Split
isn't even a
as...
Shyamalan movie.
No, he said Knock at the
Correct.
Cabin. He did actually
No,
say the
he's-
correct title.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Gallows, but you asked if Knock on the Cabin is in the same universe as Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, because what you guys just said about the movie was that the actor Batista, the dude who's the main protagonist, tells the fact that
No, he's not.
the father.
No, he's
Oh.
not. He's not the main character.
No one's even mentioned
No.
Dave Bautista.
No, Dave Bautista is in the movie. I said Dave Bautista and his crazy people.
I know.
No,
the
he's
villain-
like the
villain of
antagonist, my guy. He's
There
the
we go.
villain
The
in this.
Sorry, the villain
Yeah.
of the movie says, "Hey, you
No.
got to do this, or the world's going to be destroyed." Kind of reminded me of the
Yes.
whole situation. Kind of.
Well, Cabin in the Woods was different. Cabin in the Woods is like highly making fun of and giving an homage to every horror movie that has ever been created.
Yeah.
Up until that point. So that's why I love Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods is one of my favorite horror movies of all time because it is a love-hate letter to honestly, I don't even say love-hate letter anymore. It is a love letter to fucking horror. It
It's
embraces.
also not the movie we're talking about.
No, it is not. But we are bringing up cabins, so therefore. But anyways, yeah, that I can get into Cabin in the Woods for a while, but no, it is not taking place in Cabin in the Woods. As far as we know, it is in its own universe. Or maybe that is the twist. Maybe the twist is it takes place in the same universe as Signs. I don't know.
Bro,
That'd be
I think-
interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I'd actually
would.
watch that. Yeah, that would be interesting.
I feel like
The current Haley Joel Osment just comes in for a cameo.
and bad review because Shyamalan does have some great movies, all that shit he has. So it might
Okay.
get somewhere in between. That might be good, it might be bad.
Lady in the Water, The Happening, He Who Shall Not Be Named, and I would argue Signs is some of his worst work. I enjoy Signs, but I do not think it is one of his best movies.
Lady in the Water was interesting for what it was.
It was definitely
something.
interesting. It was something. That's the best way I can explain it. It definitely was something. It was a film. It was a movie. It was shot, acted to a degree.
For as much as it was looking at it from an outside point of view, a criticism for critics.
Even still, Gallows, you're repeating yourself again. Anyways, so
Technically, he's repeating everyone else.
yes, technically he is. He's echoing. Let us be perfectly honest. But here's what I'm going to say about Lady in the Water. Does everybody forget that this fucking creature is called a narf? You know what I think of every time I hear narf?
Narf.
Pinky
Narf.
in the brain.
It's Pinky and the brain. It's Pinky and the brain.
Narf.
Narf.
Gee, brain, I wonder what we're going to do today. The same thing we try to do every day,
night.
Pinky. Try to take over the world. Narf. Anyways. Okay, I think we're good.
Is that better? Is that better, everybody?
I think so. Yes.
All right,
we're good. We're good.
What are we talking about now? Because
we are still on Knock at the Cabin. But we're on our final thoughts. Any final thoughts on Knock at the Cabin, the trailer or the movie? New?
It'll be interesting.
No, not really.
Okay.
It's gonna be. I'm planning to go watch it in theaters if it's in theaters. So yeah, there's that.
I may go see it in theaters, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to go see it in theaters. Let me be perfectly honest. I'm gonna do what I did with Old. I was interested in Old, but I waited for the reviews to come out, and everybody's like, "It's a Shyamalan movie, man. It's batshit insane." And it's like, oh well, I'll eventually watch it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to spend hard-earned cash on it.
Yeah.
Old's an interesting one for sure. Need I remind you folks that have not seen it? There is a rapper in this movie. A character that is a rapper. Would you like to know what his rap name is?
What? It has to do with something little.
Sedan.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
Mid-sized sedan is his rap name.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm gonna say that again. Mid-sized sedan.
Look at Ellie's face, bro. Look at Ellie's face. Poor Ellie.
She's just done. She's done.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, you know what? That's ruined me. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
I broke Ellie. Anyways, on to our last topic for the night. So, Cloverfield has an official sequel on the way, and we believe, as far as we know, they are saying it is going to be more of a straightforward sequel to the first Cloverfield. Now, beyond that, we don't know much else besides what I think they signed on a director, if I am not mistaken. Let me double check that. But what are y'all's thoughts on Cloverfield as a whole? I personally like Cloverfield. I love Cloverfield Lane. 10 Cloverfield Lane is great. Paradox had promise, but ultimately dropped the ball.
Which one is the New York City one? Which one is that one?
That's the first one. That one's just called Cloverfield, buddy.
All right, so that's the only one I've seen out of all the movies. I've never seen any other Cloverfield movies. I didn't even know those ones existed until today.
So, the director is it's the person that set direct is Babak Envari, who with a screenplay from Joe Barton. I don't know who Joe Barton is. I'm trying to figure out what. Okay, so he's a British Indian director. His debut feature was Under the Shadow with Wounds. All right, so he has two. Those are two movies: Under the Shadow and then Wounds. Wounds is actually a psychological horror film starring Armie Hammer. So,
okay,
yeah, this looks interesting.
Hold on. Hold on. There is an actor named Armie Hammer.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Not spelled exactly how you think. I mean, the last name is, but it's A-R-M-I-E. Armie. You ever heard of a movie called Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yes.
He was the Russian.
No.
That was Armie Hammer.
Why does that sound like fucking Does that sound like a cleaning
Arm and Hammer.
Stuff? Oh.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
What?
There is a cleaning product called Arm. There is a cleaning brand called Arm and Hammer.
Oh yeah. They also make deodorant.
Yeah,
they used to have their deodorant for a while.
I was just saying, I was like, why does it sound so fucking familiar?
Buy Arm and Hammer products. No, I'm kidding.
Sure.
No,
We're not fucking produced by them.
So, anyways, that being said, what are you guys excited? Would you like to see a follow up to the creature, like the Cloverfield, like the first Cloverfield? Like, would you like to see this?
Yeah.
I honestly don't want to see it. I don't want to see it in found footage. I want to see it more traditional. That's what I want. I want it to be more of a traditional film instead of found footage, because I think the found footage craze has kind of died. I really don't want to see it again.
Cloverfield was the 10 Cloverfield Lane was kind of like that. It was much.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't in the same universe. I think Cloverfield is a multiverse.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Is it?
The three movies themselves have been shot different ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Each one's been pretty unique.
Well, you know what the reason why that is, right? Like, why each story is kind of different is because what they did for the longest time, like Cloverfield in and of itself was meant to be just a creature feature. Then J.J. Abrams took a hold of it and started producing it, and then he added all his mystery box shit in there. So that's why there's all these interconnected things. But 10 Cloverfield Lane was originally a original script called The Bunker. So what they did is they bought it, they bought that script, they bought the rights to it, and then they added personal twist in there that they wanted, as well as added in their Cloverfield references. And then that's how it became 10 Cloverfield Lane. And the other one, Paradox, was actually, it was a script called God Particle. And they bought it up and then changed it over to be, they were trying to wrap all of the Cloverfield movies in together. Mm-hmm. I don't think it worked well. And I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, but yeah, it didn't work well.
So basically,
No, hold on.
They might use this new edition to improve on that.
I would like a follow-up of the original New York Attack, because
I would too. I would like
a audio at the end. Yeah, there is a audio at the end of the credits. It is distorted. It's actually distorted and backwards. So if you play it backwards, it actually says, "Dear God, it's still alive."
Hear me out. A movie taking place just after the original Cloverfield movie, shot entirely as news reports.
First 5 minutes of the movie, yes.
No, I've wanted to see like a full movie.
Just based off of news reports?
Like, continuing
Can
reports.
I finish the sentence I was going to say? Thank you. No, so like, you remember The Newsroom?
I do. It was a good show.
Yeah, it was a great show. I think it would be interesting to have a movie where the main action of it is happening outside the newsroom, and these people, not the same cast obviously, but people are reporting on it, and all the information that you get is from these tentative outside sources somewhere, and then somehow the action actually ends up coming into the newsroom. I always thought that was interesting.
So I do have a suggestion for you if you like those types of movies. Pontypool. It's a low-budget Canadian horror movie, but it takes place entirely inside a radio station, a radio tower, and it's during the apparently there are certain phrases that cannot be said, or else you kind of go insane. It's like the signal that makes you go insane and want to spread it out. So that's what it is. There's like certain phrases that you cannot say. So if it's heard or you can eventually just start getting it, and you start going insane. You start hurting yourself and then others. Gallows, you're doing it again.
But no, like the entire aftermath of everything that happened in Cloverfield, told in news reports as breaking news.
That would be a good, I just don't see that doing really well in a theater market. I could see that going really well on streaming.
Don't give two shits.
I know you don't give two shits. I would still love to see that. I'm saying maybe make that a prelude, like have it on Netflix or have it on something. Like I know Paramount now has their own thing, so have it on Paramount Plus. Seriously? It's like you don't need to see it.
Even if you
if you see it, it gives you it is better. Even if you see it, maybe turn down your phone audio just a little bit more, Gals, because I can kind of still hear myself, just a smidge. Like I said, folks, welcome to Snodacast. Welcome to the Snodacast. Come for the topics, stay for the technical difficulties.
Bonus content: weird noises.
Weird noises, exactly. So, I could definitely see it working, but maybe like as a prelude on Paramount Plus or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I want to see it as a whole ass movie.
Oh no, I would too.
Fuck.
I'm saying still make it a movie.
No.
Yeah, make it a whole movie, dude. I'd love to see a documentary about the aftermath of Cloverfield. That would be an interesting idea. Do like a Troll Hunters kind of thing.
Like they have options.
Yeah,
Especially with, again, every movie being different.
yeah, exactly. But I would love a follow up to just that simple creature feature, and because there is so much lore you can do with Cloverfield. There were like the online marketing campaign was great. There's go find a video of all the online marketing that they did for Cloverfield. There's so much fucking shit that even I didn't realize, and they hint at it in the movie. Like, you notice how at the end of the first movie, there's that random ass shot where they're looking in the ocean, and you see something just shoot down, out of the sky. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's the creature," and it's like, no, that's a satellite.
Is it anywhere on par with how Blair Witch did their marketing?
It is like what Blair Witch did on steroids.
Okay.
Like, it is multiple, and 10 Cloverfield Lane kind of did the same thing, but it is multiple different websites across multiple different things. Like, they have people doing blogs about it. There used to be a MySpace page of these characters that are like in this universe. That kind of shit. Like, it's super well detailed.
I was going to say about this movie was so basically this whole movie is nothing but bot scripts, basically. The whole series, but nothing but random ass scripts by different people.
So it's not necessarily bot scripts. The first one was ultimately made.
Bought as in paid for.
He's glitching out. So yes, the sequels, 10 Cloverfield Lane as well as Cloverfield Paradox, yes, they were original scripts that were floating around, and because when Paramount picked them up, they're like, hey, this is not going to make a lot of money if we just release it as what it is. So why don't we take Cloverfield? We're gonna get all those people behind it, add their own stuff into it, and then still make it ultimately that script and see if it works. And it did work for 10 Cloverfield Lane. I would say it didn't work for Paramount or for Paradox.
Oh wow, shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, and they're not all going to be heavy hitters.
No. Like
as long as it's providing something toward the lore.
Yeah. Well, I would say the real reason why 10 Cloverfield Lane worked and not Paradox is Paradox went heavy-handed with the references.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Cloverfield Lane didn't really.
Well, a large part of Cloverfield Lane, you were wondering whether the
monster was going to come in, or the aliens, or yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't even whether they were going to come in or not. It was whether it was actually happening or whether the guy was insane.
Yeah, and I love what they do with it. I really do.
Like, you didn't know that any of it was actually true until the end of it all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that was pretty cool. Now, granted, he was still insane, which I do love. I love that. Also, it was kind of... I never expected John Goodman to be that fucking terrifying.
Right?
Oh my god. Like, damn. That still terrifies me to this day, because he's that quiet kind of terrifying. Like, he'll just get in your personal space.
He has made my A-list of actors for that exact reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, he was really good for what little they put him in Kong Skull Island. Even after he dropped all the weight, he was really good in that.
Oh shit.
He just looked frail. That was my only problem with him.
Well,
when he dropped all this weight, he looked really frail. John Goodman, after he lost all that weight.
In fairness to him, he's been around for a while.
He has.
And he's had that weight for a long time.
I swear to God, his MKGs or whatever the hell they do to do like the heart monitor thing, I swear to God, it spells pancakes. For the longest time, I swear to God, it spelled pancakes. EKGs, yes. His EKG just spelled pancakes. Yeah.
Eat it,
Joes. That's fucking stupid.
Now he lost the weight, now just doing this. But anyways, back onto this Cloverfield sequel. I'm excited. I definitely want to see more. I want to hear more about it coming forward. I'm nervous because I know it is that Cloverfield name. I know that J.J. Abrams, or at least Bad Robot, is going to be involved to some degree, and
Bad
they've kind of
Robot.
really gone downhill lately. In my opinion, they botched a lot of different things.
And that's sad to hear.
It is.
They used to have some really good shit.
They did.
Yeah.
Bad Robot is J.J. Abrams' production company, and also Paramount tends to run shit to the ground, anyways. Look at what they're doing with Star Trek. That's the reason I'm more of an Orville fan now.
Hey.
I'm not talking about the movies. I'm talking about the shows. Don't worry about it.
To be fair, Orville is Star Trek with more realism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Orville's great. I love Orville. Orville's fun.
I have to agree with
We're gonna put a bunch of random people on a spaceship for who knows how long. Fling them out into space. Oh, they all get along perfectly fine. No, absolutely not.
No. Shit, even Star Trek Next Generation, they didn't all get along. Fucking
None of
Jean-Luc
them, they all
Picard
get along.
bitch slapped the fuck out of Wesley every fucking episode.
Well, that's because that kid's a fucking. Never mind.
He
I'm not gonna
is.
talk about it.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk
I
about.
will.
We don't talk about Wesley here. That's final. Other than to say, "Shut up, Wesley." Other
Okay.
than to just say, "Shut up, Wesley."
He got so tired of that too.
I know.
To
Also,
the point
okay,
where-
to be fair, Data was like the second most annoying character.
I love Data.
I love Data too, but he got
I feel
annoying
like-
as shit.
I feel like Data's character kind of had to be around that line.
He did.
It isn't.
He was lovingly annoying.
It's an artificial being trying to discover how he can adapt to humanity.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, it would. If he wasn't annoying, it wouldn't be honest.
True. I will give you that. I will 100% give
But we're
you
not
that.
talking about Star Trek.
And then you've got
No.
Isaac in Orville, who is just not doesn't care. Doesn't. I am above humanity altogether.
Yes. Yeah, I love Isaac. Isaac's great. Anyways, on to final thoughts on the Cloverfield sequel.
Is this movie going to be running in theaters, or is it going to be a streamlined movie?
We don't know that yet. We just know the baseline idea of what they're going for, and we know the director that is set to be attached. That is all we have. I just wanted to bring it up because it is so fresh right now that everybody's like, "Oh my god, they might actually be doing a follow-up to the original Cloverfield." Ha!
I've always wanted a follow-up to the original Cloverfield. I didn't like how it ended with the whole ass cliffhanger and everything.
Well, that was kind of the whole point. It was supposed to be just a go-to monster movie. I mean, like,
And a lot of what Cloverfield was left a mystery.
exactly. That's
That was
the
the point.
reason why I brought up J.J. Abrams. His whole mystery box shit.
Like that was.
By the
that
way, if
was
you guys
the
would
point.
like to know who directed the first one, would you like to know who it is?
Who?
So, you guys have seen The Batman, right?
Yeah.
Matt Reeves. So
Matt
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves did the first one?
He did the first Cloverfield, yes. He also did the Planet of the Apes reboots. The Rise, Dawn, and War movies.
Oh, shit.
He did the Planet of the Apes trilogy as well, yeah.
I don't know if those movies were good or not. I think they were okay
They are.
movies. But I believe the last one was not that good. Like, at
The last
all.
one was not meant... I don't know why they called it War. There was no point of it. I mean, kinda I get why. But, like, they should have called it, like, Beginning of Planet of the Apes or something along those lines, right? But not War. Because War is... Everybody's going to be like, oh, shit, action. And that's not the point. But we're getting way off topic.
Sorry about that.
ADHD.
ADHD. Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. Where's my
Moving on.
coffee? Anyways.
You don't need more caffeine.
Bullshit.
There's always
Allie,
more caffeine.
you always need more caffeine. I was not talking to
Love you, Nara.
you.
Anyways, on to Snodacquicks. So, Snodacquicks, you guys all know how it works. So, Gallows, I believe you wanted to talk about something.
Subliminal messaging with that one.
It was gonna be the John Constantine 2. So what
Yes.
I read on it is a reimagined. It's not. It's based off
Not a
the
direct
comics,
sequel.
but it's a reimagined version of the comics of Hellraiser, right? So that's why it's Americanized, basically. Because what I read from the article. Yeah. No, I'm talking about the second one. Because the second one and first one are basically.
They're retelling an Americanized version of the original Hellblazer comic. I know that. I'm saying, do we know any plot details about the second one? Because we do know that the second one is in production right now.
Not really too much.
Not right now, but it's in pre-production.
Yeah, I just had
plot details have yet to be released.
And like how you said earlier, the reason why they're making part 2, it is because the fact of it that he is become more famous. Keanu Reeves became more famous with John Wick movies, the reboot on the Bill and Ted movies. So they want to bring back a lot of his older movies that he did, and trying to see if they can either make money off of it or they can make it more famous than what they did with the last movie they did, basically.
Well, and it's not just Keanu Reeves that's become back in the limelight.
Yeah.
John Constantine himself has, between Joanna Constantine from Sandman, played by Jenna Coleman. We've had John Constantine. A few years back, we had the John Constantine TV series that connected to the Arrowverse. There's still John Constantine in Justice League Dark, and that in their whole reimagining of the DC universe. They just released at least a month ago, House of Mystery, which told of the aftermath of John Constantine's decision there. Like, both of them have come back into the limelight, and this is where the two intersect.
So I saw the.
Am I the only one that still doesn't understand why, minus the opening, why Justice League Dark was rated R?
Justice League Dark was rated
minus
R?
the opening. Yeah, the animated movie was rated R. Minus the opening, which the opening is... I'll give him that. Opening's pretty hardcore. Opening literally almost has a woman throw her baby off of a ledge because she thinks it's a demon.
Yeah.
Which is hardcore as shit. I give it that.
I believe
like, beyond that.
I believe the animation... I believe the animation Justice League Dark is the way it is. Rated R due to the fact of it how a lot of demonic... had a lot of demons in it. And
even still,
how
no, it's purely because of John's mouth. It's purely because of John's mouth.
He didn't curse that much, though. That's the thing. He didn't cuss that much in the movie.
He didn't cuss by our standards.
True. I believe British. The one that was more rated R was the last one, Justice League. The one where everyone fucking murdered. Yeah.
No. Apocalypse War.
Where it starts off with John just drinking his way through the alphabet, through every pub in London.
Yeah, basically.
And Etrigan doesn't rhyme until the very end. You know things are fucked when Etrigan doesn't rhyme.
Yeah, because how fucking bored he was and how depressed he was after everything that happened.
Because of how broken he was, yeah. Superman having kryptonite injected into his chest, into it in the shape of his logo, like. Everything was just.
Shit, I gotta watch Apocalypse War. That sounds fucking badass.
Oh, it's great.
It's really fucking bloody. It's really bloody too, because you see how fucking all of them get fucking murdered and torn apart by the Doom and what are those guys called? Apocalypse soldiers. Those bug creatures.
Parademons?
Yeah, the parademons. The Doom parademons, how they murder each and every one.
They're just called parademons.
Like, I'm not. I'm gonna say let's cut off the description there because to go further into detail is going to be spoilers for the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And goddamn it, I'm probably gonna be watching it.
And goddamn it, this is a movie that you want to go into
raw dog.
I will also say. Another film that you want to go into blind if you are going to be going out to the theaters and you don't want to see anything that's out right now, is out but has been out for a few weeks, definitely go in and see Barbarian blind, my friends. Please do. It actually genuinely got me to drop my jaw.
Now back to Constantine 2.
Yeah.
That's Constantine 2, yes.
I think it's going to be, I believe it's going to do a lot more better than what the first movie did.
I think the action is definitely going to be better, but I just don't know. You gotta get a good director, and you gotta get a good writer for Constantine.
Well,
That's the
not just
only
that.
problem.
The director who's doing this one, I believe, right? Not Ben Affleck. It was Ben something. I forgot his name. Ben Fragers? I forgot. I know. All I know his first name is Ben. His last name starts with an F. I cannot remember who it was. But yeah, that's who's going to be directing the movie.
Okay, cool. Allie, you were making a point.
Well, with the research, with how superhero movies have gone, John Constantine is technically an anti-hero.
Yep.
He is.
We haven't seen enough anti-hero movies. In fact,
should.
I'd
The
argue we
Venom
haven't
movies
seen
do
any.
not count. If anybody in my fucking comments says that, I swear to God. Venom movies do not count as anti-hero. Just because he eats a few people here and there doesn't mean shit.
Fucking Venom is more a villain than anything else.
He is.
But
a
like
villain.
I said, I would argue we haven't had any anti-hero movies, especially connected to the DC universe.
DC, yes, but I would argue Punisher is one of them.
Punisher doesn't have a recent movie.
Is a recent TV show. That counts.
That's not a movie though. We're talking
Completely,
about
Argument.
completely outside of the
If we're
terms of my
talking
argument.
about like
But-
anti-hero,
Let Allie continue her point.
But with everything that has come in the wake of Avengers and DC and everything that has come in the recent years, this is a good time for it.
great.
People are getting tired of. We have reached the cusp where people are kind of getting tired of superhero movies. John Constantine is treading that line where it's fresh enough that it could gain more interest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't disagree. Here's
I'm
my
super
counter argument though. I want a live action movie with it's Matt something, the guy who does the live action John Constantine, and every now and then voices John Constantine. I want him to get a movie. I want his version of Constantine.
Absolutely.
But it
I
will
love that.
never happen, unfortunately.
so I just realized this.
So the fact that we're going to be getting a John Constantine too.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was going to go on what Ali was saying about the whole anti-hero thing. This is a little off topic though. So we are getting an anti-hero movie. It's called Black Adam because he's neither good or bad in a sense, basically.
Okay,
Black
I love
Adam
The
is a
Rock.
villain.
The Black
Yeah,
Adam
that's
villain.
exactly my point. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I love The Rock, and I'm super excited for Black Adam because it looks cool. Also, we're getting Dr. Fate played by Pierce fucking Brosnan. Yes, but that being said, I'm super pissed because they gave him the opportunity to be in Shazam 2, and you don't have Black Adam without fucking Shazam.
No.
And
That's
because
very
he didn't want to be seen as the villain just yet. He didn't want to be he didn't want to get his ass kicked. He said, no, I want my own movie. Still gonna see it.
I mean,
but
I
that
think the
pisses me
character
off.
deserves his own movie, though.
He does,
Definitely.
but tease him in fucking Shazam 2.
I don't think it's necessary, especially
They
given that it's
teased him
The
in
Rock.
Shazam 1. They teased him in Shazam 1. Literally
And?
an empty fucking chair. Right there.
And?
I'm just saying they tease him in a Shazam movie, and now he doesn't. Now he just gets his own movie right off the bat, and he's an anti-hero in the movie because
I
it's
like
The
it.
Rock. I'm still gonna see it. I'm just pissed that it's not gonna be in Shazam 2. That just pisses me off.
I agree with you. I think he should be with Shazam because he is a Shazam villain.
Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. In the recent comics, yes, Black Adam has kind of become an anti-hero, really teetering on the line of villain, but he has kind of become a quote-unquote anti-hero
Yeah.
because he does have a tragic past.
A tragic past does not an anti-hero make, but okay.
Yes, it does.
Anti-heroes- Okay.
Nah.
Frank Castle is an anti-hero because he does the wrong thing to do right.
Correct.
Thank you.
You could argue Luke Cage is an anti-hero.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Daredevil to a degree as well.
Jason Todd.
Deadpool does not count as an anti-hero because he doesn't give a shit. It's all about the money.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
also true. He's just an asshole.
But
Anyways,
Oh, Anara.
this
I
is
figured
the
out a
big
cosplay you
distinction.
can do. Windpool.
Winpool.
Windpool.
But
And
this
you
is-
can get a Jeff the Land Shark plushie. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
But this is the big distinction between anti-heroes and borderline villains.
Okay.
Anti-heroes are still doing good despite their
Uh-huh.
methods.
Right.
Borderline villains are still out for themselves.
And I think that's what Black Adam is in the modern comics right now.
Yes.
Alright.
When push comes
Well,
to shove, he is still a
anyways.
villain.
Anyways, Nara, I know you wanted to talk about a Cindy Poitier.
You kind of sort of said it right. Good job.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah, so just yesterday, I have not seen it yet, on Apple TV, a little mini documentary about Sydney Poitier came out called Sydney, and I'm very excited for it, and I really want to watch it. For
Here's
those
my
of you-
problem.
Hold. For those of you who don't know, Sydney Poitier was the first African American to win an Oscar, and
Oh,
just
that's cool.
died earlier this year.
Oh,
Yeah, he's an amazing actor. Probably one of my favorite actors from that era
They
altogether.
call me Mr. Tips.
They call me Mr. Tips.
oh,
Like
I've heard
really
of you.
amazing stuff. So in this documentary, there's some interviews with him at the end of his life. A lot of actors who got the chance to work with him. So I'm excited for it. I would love to see it.
So my only problem has nothing to do with the documentary in and of itself. It has to do with the platform that it's on.
what platform is it
Fuck
on?
Apple TV.
Why?
Fuck Apple TV.
Why?
You have to
Because
follow
fuck
your shit.
Apple. That's why.
They've got better content better original content than a lot of other platforms.
Oh no, I don't disagree with that. I definitely think some of their original content is like fucking nice. I just
Why
have a
does
way of
everybody need their own fucking streaming system?
Yes.
because everybody fucking hates you and they want to become cable.
Yeah, I really do think eventually we're gonna start
I
seeing
know, I hate
like
you.
things that are gonna come out as like streaming packages where you get Netflix and Amazon and Apple TV all in like one go.
Allow me to make one prediction, and if I get it right, I get $100 from each of you. Sounds
Fuck
good?
you.
No, that's never gonna
Whoa,
happen.
hold on.
No.
I don't agree
Hold
with
on.
that.
At least hear out the fucking prediction, and then you can agree to it. Okay?
I don't have $100 to give you.
You already get money from
Me
me.
either, what?
This is true. Yeah, and I also get money from gals as well, so that's good.
Yeah.
Anyways, allow me to at least give you my theory. You know who I think is going to give that first streaming bundle?
Who?
Roku.
Oh
More
yeah,
than likely.
probably.
It's most likely going to be Roku.
Yeah, and
Because they
it's
have
gonna-
they have like the biggest amount of fucking smart TVs for a cheap budget.
Yeah.
And all right, can I put it down now? You said hold. I'm gonna get so much grief over that bit, but god damn it.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
I'm so lost. I'm still
I'm
in
gonna
the
get
snow.
so much grief over that bit, but god damn it was worth it.
Have any of you seen a movie that Sydney Poitier was in?
No, I have not. I honestly tell you, I have
Might
not.
have?
If I have, it has been a long time.
All of you should go watch at least one of them.
Oh no, I've seen clips of his like best bits and everything. He's great. Yeah, he's one of the best actors. I agree. But hands down, he will sorely be missed. As he will definitely be remembered as one of the best actors of all time. But
I fully agree with that. But instead, I feel like he'd be one known as one of the best.
I think he's up there with Orson Welles. I really do. I believe he's up there with Orson Welles.
Yeah, honestly, and he's just yep. But yeah, they call me Mr. Tibbs. That's yes.
In the Heat of the Night, I think is what it's called.
It's actually part of a series that has been compiled that way. Let me do.
Well, you just do.
In the heat of the night, they call me Mr. Tibbs and the organization. They're all technically in the same series. But yes, the first one is In the Heat of the Night. That's the one that you remember, probably.
You know what's funny? You know who you can thank for letting me know about that? Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, honestly, In the Heat of the Night's probably one of my favorite ones that he's done.
Allie, while she's doing that.
To Sir with Love is a good one, too.
To Sir with Love, that sounds familiar. Allie, I believe you had a very interesting topic for Snodacast. One that is probably going to end in pissed off looks and conversations.
Yeah, I'm still upset about it. I don't like the fact that they're
Invincible.
Yes, what about Invincible?
Come on, guys, you're kind of putting the cart before the horse here.
I don't like the idea that the fact that we haven't even got the second fucking season on Amazon yet, and they're already going for a third whole ass.
We haven't even gotten a trailer for season 2. And
yeah, basically.
And yet, let alone the fucking season 2 in and of itself.
Like,
and yet, season 3 is already in production.
I get it. Season 1 was great.
Give us season 2 before you announce season 3, at least.
Yes. Like,
fuck yeah,
okay.
bro. Yeah.
Also, I understand you've got plenty of story to work with that's already been noted down. You're sticking to the story pretty closely.
Few tweaks here and there.
I hope they realize that that's going to drive viewership down.
It will.
Because right now, everybody loves the ability to binge stuff. So if they're like, oh, well, another season's not coming out for another year and a half, I'm not even going to start the first one yet. I'd rather binge it all at once.
It's the fact that they have announced season 3 before they've even shown anything for season 2.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
All they showed was that he was in the studio recording his lines. That's it. That's all they showed. It's like, guys, J.K. Simmons is not getting any younger. Let's fucking finish this shit. I'm not saying he's gonna die, but maybe. I'm kidding.
Maybe. Don't be home jinxing actors, bro. Don't
consider the roles he plays. He's got a heart attack coming. He is prone to playing these high-strung characters.
Also, I've recently discovered that one of my not blood brothers can do J.K. Simmons' voice really, really well, and it's kind of scary.
But there's a reason that things are done the way they are.
Yes.
You finish one season, you announce the next, you show things for that.
At least show a trailer before you announce season 3.
A trailer, first episode.
There you go.
And then you say, hey, we're also working on season 3. That way we have something to watch while we're waiting for season 3.
Right.
Precisely.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I want to rewatch it, but still.
All you have done is give us anticipation for something that we're not going to see for who the fuck knows how long.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm still excited that season 3 is going to happen.
And I do want to say this. We don't know what's going to happen between now and then.
No, we do not.
Something could happen that drives the viewership and the interest down to where it's not profitable to make season 3, and then they're fucked.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think Amazon has realized that they have royally fucked over on Rings of Power, so they're like, "Oh shit, we got to give them something." Fuck it, we're gonna tell them that Invincible season 3 is being in production, and it's like, okay. That's all great, but, like, where's our season 2? And all you've given us is The Boys seasons 2 and 3 before we got Invincible season 2. Come on, man. And you've also announced Invincible season 4 as well. I think they are desperately trying to get their fucking viewership back online because they, like I said, they royally fucked up with Rings of Power. It is, like, viewership is tanking on Amazon Prime alone. The only real reason why 9 times out of 10 people have Amazon Prime is because they get it for the free shipping stuff. It's just you so happen to get the streaming service.
Now, I will admit, I do use the streaming service.
Oh, I do too. Wholeheartedly. They have some really good movies on there.
They really do. Mm-hmm. And for a while there, that was the only way I could watch Doctor Who.
Yeah, now you have HBO Max.
Right? But
if you want to watch the old Doctor Who, I think it's still on Amazon.
But again, we're seeing them put the cart before the horse.
Oh,
And
absolutely, yeah,
all that's going to do is fuck them up.
absolutely, it is. I definitely agree that it is going to royally fuck them over. But I think that they're like, hey, we got to get viewership back up. So now, granted, what they could be doing is they could be doing something somewhat clever. I think if they're announcing season 3, what they could do is they might be gearing up to start their marketing campaign for season 2. Because I think season 2 is almost done with animation.
Bit of a roundabout way to do it, though.
It is a bit of a roundabout way, but it's like, okay, we're going to slowly start getting people more interested because we just wrapped up Boys Season 3. We already told them Boys Season 4 is happening, and we already have Jeffrey Dean Morgan attached. Fucking good on you, Amazon. I give you credit where credit's due. But they're like, all right, so let's slowly gain some interest going back up for Invincible Season 2. We're not going to release a trailer yet because that's just going to get them to blow their load a little too early. So let's release something like, maybe Season 3 is out? Is currently under production? Damn it, Gallows!
All right, well, I'm gonna hop off, guys. I'll let you guys.
Cool.
Later.
All right. Sounds good. I'll see you later, buddy.
Now, is this a situation that they can't recover from? No.
No. They can definitely recover from this. I wholeheartedly believe that.
It's just
But-
they've got to get their heads together before they can.
Oh, yeah. Wholeheartedly. For sure. That being said, I think personally it's a backwards way of doing marketing, but it's not a terrible idea, especially that way you get people like, oh, okay, cool, so season 2 isn't going to be the final one. That's good.
You're not wrong. Especially in this day and age when you have streaming services canceling the series after the first season.
Oh, yeah. Well, Netflix is notorious for that. I don't think they've really done that with a lot of other shows. Like, I would not be surprised if Rings of Power Season 2 doesn't ever happen.
But we've seen in entertainment news repeatedly over the past couple of months even. The streaming services dropping shows out of nowhere. Fucking Infinity Train.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember a lot of people were pissed about that.
It's a good show.
It is a good show, but not everybody watched it.
It had an interesting premise.
There's
had everything
plenty
going
of...
for it.
Okay, Allie, here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't give a shit how interesting of a premise a show has. I guarantee you if nobody's watching it, no streaming service is going to keep it going.
Anyway. You're
like,
not wrong.
Bro, I want Hemlock Grove Season 4. That's never going to fucking happen. I loved Hemlock Grove. You bastards canceled it.
You're not wrong in the fact that it is a good way to say, hey, we are planning on continuing this series.
Yeah, it hasn't died just yet. We are going to continue it.
Release something first.
A poster, even. I'll take a poster.
A
poster at this point.
Give us something from season 2.
But if we do get a poster in the next few days, you'll be the first ones to hear it here, assuming it comes out on a Saturday.
Give us a week. If something comes out in the next week, we will say it.
Yeah, absolutely. You just got to give us a week. All right. But that being said, I do have one final Snowflakes, and then we're going to wrap this baby up. So, speaking of streaming, it seems like that's all we're going to be talking about this entire episode, minus Gallows's. So, speaking of streaming, we have our first official trailer for Hulu's Hellraiser. Let's talk about it. So, I personally love this. I think they're paying attention and paying homage to the lore while also expanding upon it, where I think the originals, let's be fair, minus the Cinebites, the originals do not hold up that well.
No.
They really don't.
And they let's be honest, they got kind of weird the further down the series you go.
Need I remind you of the DJ Cinebite?
I was going to bring up the one where just about everything was in a video game.
Oh, that one. The fourth one. Yeah, that one's interesting. For sure. But I was going to bring up the third one because you have a Cinebite with a camera in his head. For like a camera for an eye. And then you also have a CD Cinebite where he literally shoots out CDs out of his mouth.
Now, I do want to say,
It's the most 90s thing ever.
This could be in reaction. I do want to say this could be in reaction to a Rick and Morty episode.
That is also fair, but however, this has been in works. This has been in the works for a long time. So I will say this: we do finally have a female Pinhead, and we did get to hear her voice throughout this trailer. Not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking terrifying. It's pretty bassy. It was a lot bassier than I thought it would be, and I do like the redesign of the Cinebites. It seems that they're ditching the leather, which, to be fair, yeah, that was kind of the weirdest part about the Cinebites, because
in
just the
fairness-
leather gimpness is like, eh.
In fairness, look at the era.
Fair, but it's besides the point. Still fair, but besides the point. So we do have a redesign of the Cinebites, just because. Well, I mean, it's a redesign, and I think what they're doing is you have chunks of flesh that are missing, like actual strips and everything, but it shows the muscle tone that's underneath. So
a large part of that could be chalked up to we can finally do that without a whole lot of trouble.
They did it in the original. Like, a lot of the original was body cast.
You're not wrong.
And makeup. Yeah, that's why, granted, the leather helped save on the budget.
Mhm.
So I will give them that. But, like Anara has said, she's not the biggest Hellraiser fan. Partly because, and I get it, it's not for everybody. Don't get me wrong, the first one is kind of lame, minus the Cinebites. It's also weird as shit. Minus the Cinebites. But I am happy that we're finally getting more configurations of the limit box. I love that. That was my number one thing, because it's literally like, this is all they had to do in the original. We Cinebites, we're gonna take your soul. And it's like, all I did was like finger the damn thing. What the hell are we doing here? It's like, this is supposed to be a puzzle box, not a finger box.
I'm sorry, but the way you just said that made it seem like everybody in the original movies were bringing the limit configuration to orgasm.
I mean, if you want to be fair, you're not wrong. If you want to be fair, it's not far off either. Convince me I'm wrong, Allie. Convince me I'm wrong. They did bring the box to orgasm. It's the reason the Cinebites pop out. It just takes 9 months. I don't think I've ever gotten Allie to laugh that hard. That's awesome. I love that.
This has been a good night for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I still say the one that takes the cake is Sad Face Sith.
Sad face Seth, yeah.
Because I honestly could not breathe.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the word for angsty, so sad face Sith Lord is what came to my brain.
All right, with that note, we are going to actually go ahead and wrap this up. This has been Snodacast, Season 3, Episode 36. I have been your host, Black Chef 56. I have been joined by Inara Sarah.
Hello.
In the ever-evolving into whatever weirdness we have here, Allie, a.k.a. Hunger Hufflepuff.
I'm in Joe's spot again.
She is in Joe's spot again. We were also joined by Gallows, a.k.a. Thomas. He is no longer here with us. He got hit by a train.
He
Sorry,
didn't
guys.
die.
I know he didn't die. I just wanted to make that joke.
No,
Anyways,
but it's coming for him.
it is coming from
As always comes to collect.
It
The
does.
final destination. Whee!
Hey. And with that being said, I have also been your host, Black Chef 56. This has been the Snodacast, and we will see you all later.